Hey, so a couple of you have MacBooks and aren't able to get Vivado running on your MacBook, or you might have another kind of computer that's still giving you trouble. Maybe it's super slow. This is a way to get around that using the VLSI servers, which we have access to, and the VLSI servers have Vivado installed. So you can write your design on there. You can go through all the synthesis, implementation, generate bitstream on there. Then you can take your bitstream file, send it to your computer, put it on a thumb drive, and plug it straight into your Basis board, and then push the programming button, and you should be good to go. So I'm going to go through the steps today on how to do that. So first thing you need is real VNC. If you have a Windows computer, you can use MOBA Xterm instead, and that's a slightly easier way to do it. But most of you that are having problems probably have a MacBook, so you can just download real VNC. You can do it for Windows or for Mac or even for Linux. And so you'll click the link, download it, and install it. I don't have a MacBook, so I can't really show you how to do that, but I think you'll be able to figure that part out. Alright, so I have real VNC opened, and yours will look a little different than mine because I've already opened a lot of stuff. But in the search bar, you're going to type VLSI, and then you type a number. It's some number to up to 15. I don't remember which server they start with. It's maybe 9 to 15. So just pick one of the numbers. Try to make it random, so because they're shared systems. So make sure you're kind of distributing. Not everybody's working on the same system, if that makes sense. So I'll say 15, or I'll say 9 from my, and then you do .v or .eecs.utk.edu, and then it's port 99. All right. And before we do this, you have to either be connected to the Edgy Roam Wi-Fi, or you have to be connected to Pulse Secure. So make sure that's done. I am connected to, I'm plugged straight into the Ethernet, so I don't have to worry about either of those. But if you're away from campus or you can't get Edgy Roam to work, then you have to use Pulse Secure. So sign into Pulse Secure. If you don't know how to do that, the OIT has some documents on how to get that done. So do that first. All right, we'll hit enter. It's going to pop up this box, and you can just click continue. It's going to have this, so NetID, password. I would make it remember your password, and click OK. You're going to get this box, so hit 1 for a duo password, and then approve the notification, and then you will get this lovely screen. Once again, yours will be a little different. So open up your terminal. Your terminal might look a little different. We're going to do module load capital V Vivado, and you can hit tab to autocomplete it, /22.2. So just hit tab twice. It'll get it all loaded in, and then you can just type Vivado. And if you add an and symbol, it'll put it in the background and you could still use your terminal. That might be important for something. Up to you, doesn't matter that much. Okay, give it a second. This is a very disappointing Red Bull, by the way. Anyway. Alright, from here you can create a new project. So I'm going to do a kind of default project. I will add a constraint file, if I can find it. You know, I don't think I have a constraint file on this computer, so. But yeah, you would add your constraint file, whatever. select your board, and create your project. Go on through everything. When you're done with your project, you can just do generate bitstream right here, and it'll run the synthesis, run the implementation, and generate your bitstream. Then you will have a file somewhere in your in this computer. So like I can do let's see, project 1 is where it's stored, and it's probably going to be under it'll be one of the folders in here will have the bitstream file. So then you can secure copy that over to your desktop, and you can load it onto a USB drive and then plug that straight into your Basis board, and it'll be good to go. Okay, I'm going to pause it for a second, and we're going to talk about how to format your USB drive to get your bitstream loaded over. Okay, so I don't have a MacBook, so I've never done FAT32 formatting for a USB drive, or like a thumb drive. But from what Google says, you put the USB drive in your Mac, you open Disk Utility, which you can do by just searching for it, select the USB drive, and then click Erase at the top of the window, and then in the Erase options, set the Format drop-down menu to MS-DOS FAT, and do the rest of this. Click the blue Erase button, wait for the process to complete, and then yeah, that should be good. So after you do that, you should be able to drag and drop your bitstream file from wherever it is on your computer into that thumb drive, and it should be on the base of it. And I'm getting this information from the Basis 3 reference manual, USB host programming. So you format the USB drive, you place a single .bit configuration file, which is your bitstream file, at the root directory of the storage device, and then attach the storage device to the Basis 3 in this USB port right here, and then make sure the jumper, which is to the right of it, make sure that jumper is set all the way down to USB, and then push the programming button. So push the red button, give it a second for it to program, and then your device should be ready to go, and you can test stuff. So yeah, it's kind of a long, convoluted way to get everything set up, but it should work for you. One more thing that'll be very helpful is UTK now it's network drive. Okay, if you follow these instructions on how to, you can set up a Linux drive on your MacBook, and that way any files you create in RealVNC will be accessible from your MacBook. So you'll put it in an L drive, and then on your MacBook you can click on that L drive and see all your files. So that'll be easier for transferring that bit file over, and you can also do programming on your actual MacBook using like VS Code or something like that, and only do the synthesis and the implementation and the bitstream generation on Vivado. And if you all have questions about that, I can try to help you with that. But I hope this is helpful. Hope I didn't forget anything. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I'll see y'all later.